I'll try this a new way. I'm gonna show you the tricks that I know. I'm getting tired of talking, and I need more of a show right now. It's time that you made your mind up, 'cause lately all it ever does is change. Feels like we're only talking, going round and around, back around. I will fight like no other every day. I won't stop like the others. I will stay. 'Cause now is the right time, and I'm feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I know I can win right now. You got me up tonight, 'cause loving you is like I'm walking a tightrope so high. I won't be turning around, no, I won't be turning around. I'm feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I will win tonight. I think I'll do it on my way. I'm gonna show you what I'm going through, get you out of your comfort zone, 'cause I need more of the truth right now. It's time that you made your mind up, 'cause lately all it ever does is change. Feels like we're only talking, going round and around, back around. I will fight like no other every day. I won't stop like the others. I will stay. 'Cause now is the right time, and I'm feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I know I can win right now. You got me up tonight, 'cause loving you is like I'm walking a tightrope so high. I won't be turning around, no, I won't be turning around. I'm feeling alright. I'm playing your game like I will win tonight. Don't forget it, don't forget it, don't forget it. We'll turn this around. Don't forget it, don't forget it, don't forget it. We'll turn this around. I guess I'm gonna stay, but I'm just gonna wait in the background, watching you talk to her. I know this might look bad, but I'm just gonna melt in the background, watching you lean into her. I'm a fool. I just wanna get close to you. Yeah, I wanna get close. I'm a fool. I know. Are you thinking about us too? 'Cause I don't know. Are you missing it just like I do? Are you worried about me too? 'Cause I'm thinking aloud, I'm wondering about you, eh? I don't even know what it feels like you see what you do to me. I just can't resist you. You got me drunk in love, I can't sleep. I need to sober up from this dream. But I can't deny, I can't deny you. I can't deny, I can't deny you. Na 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 na
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tuesday Night Studio Sessions. My name is Sean. I'll be your host. I'm here this week. So this is not a pre-recording. This is live and in person right now. So this is the pre-show. So let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if the fans are too loud. It's very hot. We ended up turning the heat on this week, and my room is really, really hot. So hopefully I can leave the fans on, but I'll turn them off if I need to. I'm a little stuffy tonight, so we might go off camera for a minute so I can blow my nose. But we're live, and it's fall, and I'm old, so that's how things go. We've already got Steven Drones in the house, and Eat More Possum. Eat More Possum is starting to be the very first one, hours ahead of time. So that's pretty cool that he comments early. But yeah, so tonight's live stream is entitled GoPro Saved My Vacation. And it's a little clickbaitish, it's a little play on words, but I went on vacation with my family to Disney World in Orlando and Universal Studios. There were several days where it rained, kind of for an hour or two. There were water rides. I sweat when it wasn't raining and it was really hot out. So I review a lot of different types of cameras on this channel, but GoPro for a family vacation, I don't think there's anything better. There are obviously other action cameras, and those are just as good. But what I love about GoPro is that they have everything I need. So I had 3 different scenarios this week. One scenario was my GoPro Hero 9 on the Zhiyun M2, which is a gimbal. And so I used that to get some kind of really smooth shots that were horizontal locked, but I didn't have to like play with anything. And since the M2 is so small, I could just fit it right in my backpack. It locks into position, and I could leave my GoPro on it, so I could really just pull it out, unlock it, and go. So that was awesome. But I couldn't use that in wet situations. I couldn't use it in, when it was raining. I couldn't use it on water rides. So what I used on water rides was I either used my GoPro Hero 10 on a selfie stick, and I'm actually preparing that right now. So stay tuned. But I put it on a and I don't remember what the name of this is, but I'm going to put in this description after this live stream. I'm going to build an Amazon idea board of everything that I used on my vacation, and just a way. I'm also going to do a proper video, but GoPro just never failed me. What I love about GoPros is I can hit the record button, and within like a second or two, I'm recording immediately. And then when I hit the record button again, it automatically turns off, so I don't have to worry about the battery going away. Each battery on each camera lasted me all day, except for my third solution. The third solution was the GoPro Max. This is a 360 camera, And I was able to record over 5K in 360. And what really saved me this week with this camera is I just walked around and took really, really cool 360 walkthroughs of the parks, and then I could go in and pick little pieces of it to either take a 360 picture or a little tiny planet, or I could even zoom in and take pictures of my family and stuff like that. So this really, really worked out. And so I'll give you a couple examples tonight of how I used this on my vacation. And what I loved about this scenario is I could get the selfie stick way out in front of me. I could use it as a tripod, sit it on a table. There were so many people in Disney World that I didn't really want to leave it alone, so I never sat it on a table. I almost did in kind of the eating area of our hotel. But so anyway, so those three scenarios were my entire vacation, and I was able to fit all three of those scenarios in this bag. So I had probably $1,500 worth of equipment on my back, but it was great for my vacation. So that's what we're going to talk about. We've got some videos from Steven Drones that he sent me, and then we're gonna watch some videos of my family vacation shot on the GoPro. I've downgraded them to 1080 so they'll work on this live stream. But the other thing that we're going to talk about is how last week's live stream went. I was on vacation, so I used StreamYard. Excuse me. I used StreamYard's pre-recorded video feature, and it went really, really well. The whole live stream played without a hitch. I watched from the hotel room. We had just gotten to the hotel, and I was exhausted, so I just went on and loaded it up and joined the chat and everything like that. But I don't think I shut my door. I'm going to go shut my door real quick. We are going to put on the "I'll be right back" screen. After these messages, we'll be right back. We're back. Oh, I got rid of my overlays. Nope, that's not right. That's right. All right. We are live, y'all. So how is y'all's week going? So Eat More Possum says, "Beware, Steve. I'm in a car and on a phone. Fat finger timeout. Can't be ruled out." So Eat More Possum might accidentally or on purpose put Steven Drones in timeout again. Steven Drones said it worked great last week. So what we did last week is I just played videos from several people that kind of hang out on this channel from week to week. And it was a good time. So yeah, I'm going to get this GoPro ready and just kind of show you this situation. I've been watching a lot of videos of other people talking about the GoPro Hero 10, and I will have to say I don't have any issues that they have. So I really feel like it's user error, but I never want to say that someone doesn't know what they're doing. But I was in Florida. It was about, I don't know, 90 degrees out in the sun, and the GoPro never overheated. I mean, it just worked flawlessly. Some things that I did was I tweaked some of the settings in the GoPro Hero series, you can create different scenes. And so my go-to scene was like, the highest resolution, cinematic mode with kind of a linear. I did one day wide and I did one day kind of linear, just to see what the difference was. But all of the wide footage I would just want to zoom in on anyway. But it's good that it's 5K because I can zoom into like a 4K scene. But the linear worked out better for me because it was, since you could see what was in your shot, you can frame the shot. You don't have to do any post-processing. You don't have to demorph the image or change it in any way. It just already looks good. So GoPro Colors were really vibrant. I believe I used a color setting as well. I usually like vivid. I will say, like, on the dreary days, we're going to show a video a little bit later that is my family riding a water ride, and all the browns are very clay-like. But it's weird because all the blues are very bright. So it's not like it's a bad color temperature, like warm versus cold, warm versus cool. But yeah. So Steven Drones mentioned that his GoPro, when it's in wide mode, a lot of things are slanted. And I think instead of slanted, it's more of like a warped. So everything in the middle is probably right in line, but since it's such a wide lens, it's kind of like it's a fisheye lens. So everything kind of bends on the outside and bends. Everything on the bottom kind of bends up, and everything on the top kind of bends down. The only reason I'm saying that is because I'm looking at one right now. But if Steve, if you have a 7, I'm pretty sure there's a linear mode on that as well. It's been a long time since I've used my 7, but the 7 and 8, I'm pretty sure they have the linear mode. So you might want to try that. There's like super wide and then linear, and then there's like a 4:3 version. I like to keep mine 16:9, and in the GoPro Hero 10 there was a cinematic view. So I started with that, and then I just bumped the resolution up a little bit. So yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to take a little break from drones for the next several weeks, and on my channel I really want to get the GoPro videos out, as well as DJI is going to be releasing something tomorrow. So we might be talking about that next week. But I'm kind of saving my money up for the winter GoPro DJI Insta360 action camera comparisons and stuff like that. When the temperatures get cold and the weather gets kind of weird, drones in Nashville just don't happen very much. There might be a nice day and I might fly a drone here and there, but I'm going to start winterizing my channel. The next several weeks we're going to be moving into kind of Christmas ideas on Amazon, and it's still going to be drone related. It's still going to be action camera, 360 camera related, and even some smart home technology. I'm going to do some smart home stuff too, but really want to focus on the Christmas season and and get some Amazon sales. So yeah, so that's the reworking of that. Since it's 7 o'clock, I want to show you guys something. Oh, by the way, Steven Drones, Eat More Possum, and Nacho Rolling. I haven't forgotten about you, about your stickers. So right after this live stream, I'm going to be sending you a message asking you for your current address, and I will be sending those stickers out tomorrow. Life has been crazy since we got back from vacation, so I couldn't do it last week, and then this weekend was a little nuts, and today was the first day back at work since, well, I guess today's Tuesday. These last 2 days have been a little crazy at work, and then by the time work is over, I've just been exhausted. So I will get those out to you in the morning, la mañana. So that's the little housekeeping, Shawnide Studios. But I want to show you guys, I told you guys that I wasn't going to order new stickers until I got my logo right. So you can see my current logo up in the top right of the live stream. So it is right there. Okay. And I want to show you guys my my new logo. Let me move this over so I can see what we're doing. All right, so I can't do it like that. Let me remove that. Let me switch some things around real quick. All right. All right. So I'm going to zoom to fit. So what I've done to my logo, first let's zoom into here. So what I've changed with my logo, for one, I've changed the font. Okay, so you can see the font. I guess you can't really see my current font, but I've changed the font for Shawnide Studios. This font's called Spartan. And then I've taken this S, and it's not a symmetrical S, so I basically cut it in half and then flipped it so that my logo is symmetrical. And what I've done is I've kind of softened these edges. So right here, I've curved this edge, I've curved this edge, and I've curved this edge to give it a little bit more kind of a smooth, techie look. And then I've taken this same line treatment, it's the exact same angle, and I've added it here to kind of split that in half so that my S is really made up of two chunks now. And I wanted this S to be kind of go with this new font. So it's a bit of an upgrade to the old logo. It's a little cleaner, a little easier to see small, but I think it's going to turn out really, really well. And if you take the shine off, that's kind of the flat logo. All right. So let's see. The next thing I've done is I've got two different styles of word marks. This is the stacked version, and this is the straight version. I'll use this on like my website and stuff like that. Now we're going to go to the prop icon. So this is kind of the new icon in the propeller. This is the DJI FPV Propeller. And then this is, man, I did this a week ago and I've already forgotten the name of it. It's like the Tiny Hawk Freestyle drone has this really cool propeller design, and so I use that here on this tinier propeller. And the reason I did that is because I wanted it to not be such a propeller heavy, like a blade heavy logo. So I'll show you the difference. These are the two logos next to each other, and I just wanted something that wasn't, the blades weren't so long. But all I did was go to Amazon, get a picture of the blade, put it in here, and I traced the shape, and then rotated it, 120 degrees and then 120 degrees again. So there's that, and then and then this is kind of what Untitled Studios is going to be. I want to kind of take away, I want Sean and Ian and Studios to be all three words, but I wanted kind of my last name to just be kind of a touch of color. So we've got my blood red, we've got my water blue, and we've got my fire orange. And I've made them all accessible colors so that they're dark versions of those colors, so they look good on white. Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. Zoom to fit. So yeah, those are my new logo changes. So I will be implementing that everywhere in the next week, kind of updating my branding, updating my YouTube channel, updating this live stream, all of that kind of stuff. I'm trying to figure out how to make like the logo animate, but all in due time. And the shine is not going to be a part of the logo. It just happens to be a part of this screen, and I'll probably implement it on kind of my new intro screen and stuff like that. So I've got the video that I took last week and I put on my live stream of me flying over the trees. So I think I'm going to use that video of me flying over the trees and do a really cool intro, because there were beautiful clouds that day. It's just a beautiful section of the video. So we're probably gonna use that. So yeah, that's kind of what's coming ahead with the brand. Let me get that off the screen. I'm going to move this over because I'm afraid my computer is doing too much. So I'm not sure how everything's going to go. But I think we're going to show videos from Steven Drones right now, since he's in the house. Since we were I need to stop. I need to slow down. Since we were pre-recorded last week, I didn't have enough time to get week 14 of the Amazon build from Steven Drones in. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to watch week 14 and we're going to watch week 15. So here is week 14. Here we go. And I took the sound out so I can talk over him tonight. I really like this in comparison to the other videos that Steven Drones has sent in, because it's at sunset. And I think it makes first of all, the sky looks really good. You've got that lens flare on the unique Typhoon H camera. But I really like the colors, the deep, rich colors that happen at sunset. And there's no shadows. So I really, really love, this is like the golden hour for drones. And the reason why I say this is the golden hour for drones is because the golden hour on land is a lot different than the golden hour in the sky, because sunset can really interfere with your lens when you point it somewhere. But Steven Drone's his video right here is kind of under the tree line, so every once in a while the sun will just kind of peek through the trees a little bit, but for the most part this is wonderful footage. See right there, the sun is almost there, but it's not. So I think Steve did a great job with this footage, and it's neat to see it's not just a flat piece of land anymore. It's it's got some shape, it's got some texture, there's some concrete footers in there, there's some hills, and I mean I just think it's a cool shot. So over time this is just going to get better and better and better. It'll be really, really neat once they start putting some frames up and all that, but it looks like they're still getting the land prepared. But look at that, they've already got somewhat of a foundation over there. It's weird that it's in blocks. But so that was week 14. Now we'll go to week 15. You can see that there's like some sort of piping structure going on. Not sure what's going on in that corner, but you've got your footers going on. This is not as sunsetty as the last one, but there's no sun out. It's a very cloudy day, so you don't have a lot of harsh shadows. You got some really rich colors. I love those yellows and the reds that are coming out, and then that background with the fall leaves is beautiful. It's really, really pretty. So Eat More Possum is asking Steven Drones, do you launch from your house to the construction site? I look for Steve every time I watch one of these videos. I look for, because you can see him sometimes on the sidewalk, but I think this is really interesting. Are those blocks? Like, are they building the foundation with bricks? I just think that's interesting. I've never seen that before. Not that I look at a lot of construction sites, but it's interesting to me that foundation is in rectangles. And maybe that has something to do with the structural integrity. Maybe it has to be really, really strong compressed concrete as opposed to just poured and dried. I love the tire marks, like the textures that are happening with the tire marks. The unique Typhoon H Plus with this 1-inch sensor is really, really good at picking up details like that. Love the fall leaves. Steven Drones, if you could fly over a bunch of trees, I really want to see your fall leaves this week, if you could. Maybe a bridge, or some of the sites that you go to, but I would say this is the prime time at your location to take video of fall leaves. All right, so that's your assignment this week. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do anything I say, but I would love to see your fall leaves, because it looks like you're like 2 or 3 weeks ahead of me on colorful leaves. So the next one is Steven Drones flying at sunset. So this is beautiful, and this is kind of what I was asking for already. But I love the colors. I love the everything you got going on. Sunset is always fun. And it looks like your camera's doing really, really well pointed straight at the sun. Sometimes that doesn't go well, but Unique Typhoon H Plus, I've done that with my drone about this time of year. And maybe I'll take a trip out to the mansion. I haven't been out to the mansion in over a year. Maybe I'll go out there and fly this week. See what the leaves are like out there. Oh, so that's your house, right, Steve? So is this from your house? Wow, that's beautiful. So everybody give Steven Drones a round of applause. Those are good videos this week. What was I going to say? What Steven Drones, do you use a color profile on your Unique Typhoon H? There are a couple different color settings, and I think it's called Vivid, but I'm not sure. But the Vivid, I think will make those colors really, really pop. You might try different color profiles when you're up in the air. Okay, so you got everything set to auto. The color profiles in your Unique Typhoon H Plus are everything is still kind of auto, like you don't have to worry about shutter speed or anything like that. But there's like a I'm pretty sure it's been a long time since I've used my Unique Typhoon H Plus, but I believe there's a natural and I believe there's a vivid. You might try doing the vivid kind of from your backyard right there and fly up and look at those, the fields and the trees and all that. You might get some really, really pretty video out of that. So, well, that was our Steven Drones segment of our live stream. I want to take a swig of coffee. Now, me and my son are growing our hair out, and I'm at this awkward stage. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it this way or not. I feel like I look better in the mirror than I do when I'm on this live stream. So I might just have my colors wrong or my lighting wrong or something. But anyway, I'm winterizing my face and my head. So yeah. So now we're going to talk about some of my situations on my Disney trip. The first situation we're going to look at is this. So this, I'm going to put it back to me. This is the GoPro Hero 10. What I love about it, just like all the rest of the GoPros that have come out in the last several years, I love the front screen. I love the back screen. I love the fact that I don't have to have a frame on it. I love the fact that the fingers are already attached to it, so I can just bring them down. So yeah, this is a GoPro selfie stick. It's the really big one, and I don't remember if it's called the Grande or the Gigantic or whatever, but it's the big one. What I love about it is it has a 1/4 20 1/4 nut on the bottom of it, so I can screw it right onto like a tripod base or something like that. It's got this knob, which lets me change the angle that's on the stick, so I could come around here and I could I could look at myself this way. Something I did at camp was I set it up like this, and then I was able to use two hands to kind of point my camera, and it worked great as a little steady cam. I didn't do that on this trip because I didn't want to look weird. And then a little trick, if you ever want to make things level again, you just kind of let gravity do its thing. And this is not screwed in very well either. Alright. So that's what I love about that. And it uses the mount. So it's got a mount, so I can put all my different cameras on this little clip and then snap it into place, and then I'm good to go. And this thing gets really, really big. So it's touching the ground right now. So this is probably 3 feet tall. It's probably a meter. And it's solid. Well, it's really solid if you get it locked in correctly. So I use this for the most part. This did not fit straight in my bag, so this was something that I would kind of get ready and then Truth Seeker, I just saw your comment. Is this a real live stream or is this upload? This is real. It's Tuesday, October 19th at 7:19. But yeah, I appreciate you keeping me on my toes, man. Or woman, whichever you are. So this was the situation I used for the first 2 days most of the time. This is kind of what I would take on a ride, if they let me. This is what I would take on like when I was at the water park. I would take this like in the lazy river and in the wave pool and stuff like that. So and I want to restate what I said at the very beginning of this live stream. What I love about GoPro is they're waterproof right out of the gate, and I can push the record button. It'll start recording immediately. Hit the record button again. It'll save the file and turn off. Okay? That really, really saves your battery. I've had cameras where you have to turn them on and then you have to hit the record button, and then I forget to stop recording, or I forget to or I stop the recording but I forget to turn the camera off. These on your vacation, these are like as simple as possible. GoPro cameras, action cameras are as simple as possible. You don't have to worry about getting your lighting situation right. You don't have to worry about am I going to be in the shot, because it's such a wide thing. Now they've got a screen on the front and a screen on the back, so you can see if you're in the frame or not. How this works is this is a square, and if you are in the shot, you're in the middle of the shot. And then on the back, if you're filming someone else or something else, this rectangle right here shows you what's in frame. Okay? So this stick is waterproof and the camera is waterproof. The only thing that I will say, if you use it in the water or around the water, if it gets wet, you need to wait till the camera's dry before you open up the battery door. Okay? Because as soon as you do that, drops of water can get in there and short out your camera. You can mess up your battery that way. You can mess up your SD card in your SD card slot. So all that is is tucked away in this battery door. But at night I could leave everything on its stick, and I could just pop this open and grab the SD card out, stick it in my MacBook, and I would move the files over. There's one thing I don't like, and I don't know if it's just loose or what, but there's a little bit of play on my fingers on my camera, so it might just be something where I have to tighten some screws or something. But I did notice that, and every once in a while I'd hit like hit a bump, or my arm would hit something, and that would happen. So I'm going to show you a video of that situation. Since the GoPro Hero 10 has really good stabilization, I didn't really need to put it on a gimbal at all. But this is two little short videos of this situation. Hey, boss! Okay, so situations like that, you can definitely use your phone. My iPhone takes just as good video as and my iPhone might take better video than the GoPro. But my iPhone is fragile. It's not something that I would take. When I go on vacation, I like to take things that are breakable, or that won't break. I don't like wearing my wedding ring on vacation because I don't want to lose it, so I wear a rubber wedding ring so that if I lose it, I'm out like 20 bucks or 30 bucks. I'm not out my special piece of jewelry that I got on my wedding day that's sacred to me. Same way with my cameras. I've got the C100 right here, the Canon C100. It's not something I would want to take on my vacation, just in case I bump it into something, or I drop it, or when you're on vacation, especially like in Orlando, you're all sweaty and hot and slippery, and I'm very anal with my stuff, so I'm pretty good at taking care of it. But there are times when I'm not, I don't take care of things, or there are times when you could possibly bump your camera or something like that. So I'll show you the second scenario. Okay, go for it. And this is us trying to pull the sword out of the stone. Pull it out. All right, Dre, you do it. It looks like someone pulled it out a little bit. Gavin, move. All right, Dre, you do it. Okay, Gavin, film me. If the screen goes black. Alright, so what I love about that situation is I could hand my camera off to my son and he could continue to film me. What I loved about is my GoPro Hero 10 doesn't overheat. I can record for several minutes and then just pull little pieces out that I want. What I liked about it is I had it, there were some times when I had it on a clip, and I'll put that in the Amazon link, but I had a clip on my backpack, and I could just turn it on, and those beeps, when you push the button and you hear those beeps, it's recording, and then when you push the record button again, it just turned off. So I didn't have to worry about whether the camera was going to run out of battery. I took an extra battery that I never used while I was on vacation. What I ended up doing was I had 3 USB-Cs. and a little USB charger that had three outlets on it. And at night I would just plug all three of my cameras in. They would get fully charged, and then when one of my cameras was running out of battery, I would move on to the next camera. And so I love that situation. The Hero 10 is a lot faster and zippier than the Hero 9, and it takes a little bit better video. But for the most part, the 9 is still a really, really good camera. So I love that situation. Next thing we're going to show you is I don't have it set up, but if you watched my last video on my YouTube channel, I unboxed this guy, and this is the Zhiyun M2. What I love about this gimbal is it stays in this position. You can lock it, and I just slid this into my bag. There's a pocket in my bag for an iPad, and I slid this down in there, and I just got my GoPro Hero 9 balanced on it, and I just left it there all day. And when you pull this gimbal out, all you have to do is unlock it, and you're ready to go. Battery life on this gimbal is ridiculous. Probably lasts, I don't know what it lasts, but I didn't charge this the entire trip. So it lasted way longer than any of my GoPros did. So I'll show you what that situation looked like. And this is just kind of a walkthrough of the park. And I didn't watch this ahead of time, so I turned the audio down just in case someone said something that was inappropriate or something like that. But this is walking into the gates of the Magic Kingdom in Disney World. And what I like about this situation, compared to just the stabilization on the GoPro, is my horizon is locked the entire time. Now you can lock the horizon on the GoPro, but it zooms in a little bit. It zooms in on the crop. So what I liked about this was my lens, my lens was perfectly horizontal the whole time. So my kids love to get in the video. So I'm going to zoom in or fast forward a little bit. No, this is good. And then I pulled the trigger so I could turn it around and talk to the camera. So this is me doing kind of an intro. This is a video that I'm going to put out a little bit later. And it's a little jerky, and I think that's just my live stream, because the video on my computer is not jerky. And I think what I did before was I paused it, I removed it, and I added it again, and then it fixed that jerkiness. Nope, it didn't fix the jerkiness. So there's my son making his YouTube videos with his little phone. So that's what that situation was like. I wanted to show you guys both situations. I think this, if you just have one camera, I think the GoPro Hero 10 or the 9 on a big long selfie stick would be just fine. And I think Steven Drones, your GoPro Hero 7 would do just fine on vacation. GoPros are very versatile. You can do time lapses with them. You can take pictures with them. You can take video with them. One thing we did was we set, what I did a lot for Instagram or Facebook is I would just video with it. And then once I put it into the GoPro player on my MacBook, it's free software that you download from GoPro. You can pull screenshots out of your videos. So I did that a lot. And then the third situation this week was the GoPro Max. This is an older camera. I can't wait till they update this camera, but it still is a very, very amazing 360 camera. It's also waterproof, so I could take it to the water park. I could take it on a water ride. And what I did on a lot of my videos on vacation is I just walked around with this guy and then took 360 video. And then from that 360 video, I can look in whatever direction I want to and pull pictures out. I can take tiny planets and pull pictures out. I can also make 360 videos, so I can go back and watch the experience. Even though it is kind of weird that I'm walking around with my, like I'm in the 360 video. But, you know, tiny planet mode, everything is really, really cool. So, I want to show you guys some of, where to put this. I'm going to show you guys some of the renders that I took with it. So I'm going to do a little bit of house cleaning, and I'm going to kill all of these videos that are in here already, because I've never had this many videos up in a row. So I'm going to be doing some pretty video card intensive stuff in a minute, and so I want to make sure that the live stream doesn't crap out on me. I said crap. So I want to share a video. Now this is a video that I put on my Instagram, or I put on the YouTube channel. So you might have already seen it. And hopefully it will be the right format. Yep. Nope, it's not gonna work. Are you serious? Alright, let me try a different video. That makes no sense. It might be too big. So let's go back out here. See if any of these work. I'll have to pick a short one. Alright, let's see if this works. Why aren't those working? Okay. So, we're going to try this different. Alright, let's see if this works. We're going to play it on my computer, because my computer can play it. We're going to share the window. Alright, that's working. Alright, so this is a file that I put up on my YouTube channel. I'm going to turn the audio down. But this is me just holding, I'm basically doing this. I'm holding the Gopro Max up, and I'm taking a 360 video. And then I'll show you in a minute using GoPro Player, kind of how I created this video. What's nice about GoPro Player is you can trim your video to different pieces, you know, just little chunks. So I could walk around for 15 minutes and then I can grab little chunks of my video and play it through. Now I like to do tiny planets, and this is kind of a half planet. This is kind of like a hemisphere, and some of the details on the edges is a little blurry, but I just think as a designer, it's really cool to me. It might not be cool to you, but it's really cool to me. And then I stood here and I was kind of looking out, but I thought this was a great opportunity to reframe it into an actual tiny planet with Cinderella's castle back there, 50th anniversary logo on it. So this is me kind of walking around some more. So it was just a good time. Whenever you're on vacation, you don't want to think about your equipment that much. That's why I love GoPros, how user-friendly they are. You can just hit the record button and go for it. So this is me walking through Cinderella's castle. I love how it changes from daytime to inside automatically. And I'm in a really, really dark castle right now, but it's really, really bright. And I'm in a race with this guy that's on his little scooter. I'm just kidding. But I love seeing like the details and the colors. It's very rich and vivid. This is all straight from GoPro Player, which is free software that comes with your GoPro. Well, it doesn't come with it, you gotta download it, but it's free. We went from outside or inside back to outside. You know, it's just really, really cool. You can reframe it. I reframed it to the tiny planet, but since I was so close to the castle, it kind of acted like a foundation for the video. I love the details on the road. Just this GoPro Max is just an amazing camera. If you'd like to get this camera for yourself, I'm going to put a link in the description after this is played to an idea board with just kind of my GoPro travel kit. But yeah, I think this is amazing. And I've got a video on my YouTube channel that has where to get this little nut, and I show a lot of different sticks and tripods to put the GoPro on, so they're invisible. You can still see them in the shadow there, but it basically just looks like I've got my hand out. It's really, really amazing how far 360 cameras have come. Eat More Possum said this is a great place for tiny planets. He made that comment last week when I was on vacation. But yeah, there's so much to look at. I can't think of a better place. Look at that balloon. It's just really cool. So what we're going to do tonight, for the rest of the live stream, for the next 20 minutes, we are going to go through GoPro Player. We're going to open up a file that I went on the Popeye ride in Universal with my family. So yeah, so we're going to remove that, and we are just going to go through this file and play around with it and see what we can do. I'm going to do it on my laptop because, or on my tiny little laptop screen, because when I was on vacation, that's all I had, but it was more than enough to make a cool video. So I'm going to share the entire screen. And I'm going to go ahead and make this full screen so you guys can see it. So when I was on vacation, all I had was my 13-inch MacBook Pro. It's got an M1 chip in it, so everything was super fast. Whenever I would render a file, most of the files that I would render were about 2 to 3 minutes long. But I would batch process a lot of my files. So I would go get breakfast and coffee and sit down at the table at the hotel, and I would batch render all of my files into 360, and by the time I was done with breakfast, they were all done. I took a 500 gigabyte Ninja drive from my Ninja monitor, and it was I just dumped my files over there every day, and then I would render to it as well. That's the other thing that I would encourage you to do on vacation, is to take a large USB drive with you, just so you could dump your files off. One of the biggest mistakes that I made when I went to Destin last year was I took all these awesome videos, and by the second day on vacation, I didn't have anywhere to put them. All I had done was I took my SD cards for each camera, and so I was trying to figure out where to put these files. I even thought about uploading them to the cloud, but Wi-Fi in our condo was bad on our vacation Airbnb. So I would encourage you to take a really, really large, not large, but large in size. That doesn't make sense. With a lot of storage on it, USB drive to dump all of your files. And what I did was I just made a folder for each day, and I just dumped all my files over there, and then I had a fresh SD card for the next day on my camera. And then the last day I didn't have to worry about that because I wasn't going to use my SD card again on the trip. So I really just needed to dump 4 days worth of footage, and then the 5th day I just kind of kept it on my camera. But we've got a 360 video of this water ride, and so I'm going to go through and show you guys kind of how I would grab pictures. So this one's probably not going to be the best because I'm like all up in the camera, but nope. So this is me getting in the ride. We can get way past all this. Alright. So this is what I would do if I was going to get a little planet. I would move the video around to kind of a tiny planet type area. And if I was going to take a picture, you need to make sure that in the edit you're in reframe mode. And whenever I was doing tiny planets for Instagram, I wanted them to be square, so I would change this to 1 by 1. I'm not sure why that turned out purple, the background, but so you can get your tiny planet in there, get it just right. You can rotate it. Something I like to do is I don't like to put things straight in the middle. I kind of like to shoot them in the corner a little bit. So you can do that. Rotate. If you turn rotate on, you can rotate it around, but it doesn't like change your perspective. Horizon level kind of levels out the horizon of however you shot the video. Sometimes that helps and sometimes it doesn't. So I always turn it in this, and then if you grab this part, you can get little pieces. You can find the perfect frame. So my hands are in a weird spot, but that's not going to change. And it looks like I just got water on the camera. So right there is a really, really good shot. So what you can do from here is you can go to File. No, that's not right. Go to Edit and Extract Current Frame. And then what that does is it gives you like a high quality version of it. And then from here you can just save it, and I'm not sure where to save it, so we're just going to save it there. Alright, so that saved that picture. So that's how I would do a tiny planet. Something else I would like to do is make a tiny planet video. So I want to start out by trimming it. So I turn the scissors on, and that's how I trim it. And if you make that happen, we're going to go through, and I'm going to get the entire ride. We go from start to finish. Not sure how long the ride is. I don't remember. You can tell I got water all over my lenses, so this is probably not the best situation. I'm going to do this. So we're going to stop it there. So we got a 5-minute and 20-second video. So I'm going to go through and just kind of show you what this looks like. I didn't put a keyframe. Alright, we're going to turn trim off. We're going to put a keyframe in. We're going to zoom out. Got rotate on. Now we're going to rotate it around. Alright, so that's about where we were. It's a little zoomed out. But now that we have a keyframe, make sure it's shut. So this is kind of how I would do a tiny little video. I would trim different pieces of it. But let's show you what the ride looks like. So it's a really cool little tiny planet video. I wish those water drops weren't on there, but even with the water drops, it's a cool video. Now, if I wanted to get to here and add a keyframe, then I could come out and reframe it to the ride itself. And we could put it on me the whole time, or you know, we could do something like that. Now, what that does is it slowly morphs into that keyframe. So watch this. Now it's doing it slowly over time, and I was thirsty. Nacho called me a hippie last week because I had a headband on. And you can really see my bald spot when my head's wet. But that's okay. I'm in my 40s. I'm thankful for the hair I have. So I think right there is a good spot to move the camera around so I can actually see what's going on. So if we move from here, check this out. Alright, so since this is not for Instagram anymore, we're going to make it 16 by 9. I think that'll be a good... So if I mess this up, I can hit it. I can edit it. I can move it around. I think that's a good spot. Something else you can do is you can change the lens so it's not so warped. GoPro has a lens correction on it, which is really, really cool. And the leveling's, I don't know if the leveling's working there, but we're going to try the leveling. Alright. Alright, so right there, I want to put a zoom in there, but I think right here, I'm going to kind of zoom in already and put it over here. And then go to here, and I want to get the water splashing on them. Alright, so we go back to here, see what that shot looks like. So there's me getting water up my britches. We're going to zoom around to my kids having a good time. Alright, so I want to get that in slow motion. And then right here, I want to do that and see what that does. Got a little slow motion. Oh, nope. We're going to delete that. So that was a pause. Didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that either. I think this part's going to look really cool in a tiny planet. And I don't like the lens correction. So anyway, that is kind of how I grabbed pictures, you know, just of my trip. And the GoPro Max is a great way to capture your moments on vacation. So yeah, that was my live stream tonight, all about GoPros. I know some of you don't care about GoPros, but I love them, and I love the GoPro as a company. I think they put out good stuff. Everything they put out is top quality. They're not just trying to make a buck, but they're actually trying to make the best little action cameras on the planet. So yeah, with that said, it's 8 o'clock. I thought we had a great live stream tonight. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. And yeah, I think we're going to call it for the night. So, hope you all have a wonderful night. Hope you have a wonderful week. And I will catch you all on the next video.